And I'm telling that for anybody who's never experienced that, it's something that you don't necessarily want. But with money, I can sit there and I can help you. You know what I'm saying? It's not the money, it's a person's intention and underlying thoughts about their motives. Exactly. Like, money is not the root of all evil, bro. Evil is the root of all evil. And that's simple mathematics. You know what I'm saying? To say money is the root of all evil would diminish evil. You know what I'm saying? No, nigga, evil is the root of all evil. Let's stop acting like that shit don't exist, because with money, I could be an extraordinary person. And without money, I could be a very nice person, but if I don't have any money, I can't help you do much. I can help you lift something, I can help you move something, I can work for you for free, I can help you do anything I can help you, you know what I'm saying, do with my hands. But if you need your water turned on, no matter how much manpower I do for you, I can't turn it back on. If you need your lights and your whatever the case may be turned back on, I can't physically go and do that. If you need the top medical care and you need money for your medications, I could want to help you all I want. I can work real hard for it, but if I can't afford it, I can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the reality of the situation is money is not the root of all evil. Money is just like a gun. And people trying to, and I see it on the news right now, niggas trying to change the gun laws and shit like that. And one of the people from Florida, one of the representatives was like, yo, bro, gun laws do not change gun violence, because you got gun laws in New York. And in New York, guns are banned like crazy, but niggas still have guns in New York. You know what I'm saying? Niggas still getting shot in New York. So it's like, you know, you can have a law all day, but it's not going to stop the violence. You know what I'm saying? People forget that energy is important when it comes to what they do with that money, if that makes sense. That absolutely makes sense, Nia. And it is true. It's your intentions, like Lloyd Lieber says, your intentions and your vibe behind it. Money's not the root of all evil, play. Evil is the root of all evil. Why? Because I could be a broke motherfucker and do some real evil shit to you right now. With no money in the world, I could be atrocious to you. So is money really the root of all evil, or is evil the root of all evil? What up, Zoe, baby? How you feeling? Evil is the root of all evil, man. Money is just like a tool. Money is just like a hammer. You know what I'm saying? I could use a hammer to build a house, or I could use a hammer to beat you in the head with it and kill you. You know what I'm saying? That's an extreme example, but it's still real. How your song drop? Your song drop? No, the song ain't dropped yet. The song ain't dropped yet. I got to make 2 other songs to go with that song. But I might say fuck that shit because it's taking too long. So I might just up and release that shit. And if I do, then it's probably going to drop on Friday. So if you see me get rid of that idea and drop that shit on Friday, that's what it is. But if not, then I'm still going to... I'm doing my best to make it a 3-song EP. You know what I'm saying? But money is just like any other tool. I could use a hammer to build a house, or I could use a hammer to hit you in the head and go to jail for the rest of my life and kill you. You know what I'm saying? I could use a car to drive you to the hospital when you need to deliver a baby, or I could use a car to ram into a parade of people and kill them. You know what I'm saying? I got no money to buy me pads. Damn, Sarah, you having a hard day today. What up, Coco Mella? How you feeling? Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. Nah, it's the reality situation. So we got to remove ourselves from this dogma that we got in our minds. Like, for example, what I'm doing right now is I'm doing my best to raise up my income ceiling. And I didn't know this was a thing until recently. My sister educated me, and she was like, yo, bro, you need to raise your income ceiling. I'm like, what is an income ceiling? And she was like, the income ceiling is this invisible number that's actually in your mind. Then once you get to that number, you get to relax. So let's just say your bills are like $2,000 a month. Coco Mella, Instagram. Okay, I got you. Let's just say your bills are like $2,000 a month. Then it's like, okay, cool. Subconsciously, once you get past $2,000 a month, you naturally revert and you naturally regress and you naturally start chilling. And it's because you've subconsciously reached your income ceiling. And I didn't know that shit. People kill over money. It's not money that kills you. Nah, people will kill you for money, and people will kill you just because they fucking mad. I'll kill you because you look at my girl crazy. I'll kill you because talking to my homeboy on Instagram in a fucked up way, and he gonna slide tonight regardless. In order for me to be a good homeboy, I gotta slide in the car with him. You feel me? Because I know that when I got a problem, he's sliding with me too. So I'm gonna have to go and X you off the fucking map. You know what I'm saying? And that don't got nothing to do with money. A person will kill you for respect. A person will kill you to save their life. A person will kill you if killing you saves their own life in the future. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily like a prerequisite for all the extracurricular activities. Like, yo, that shit gonna pop anyway. Like, we find a way to curse money because of X, Y, and Z and all these different like things that we do. But my sister was educating me on my income ceiling. It was like, you need to raise your income ceiling because subconsciously there's a number in your mind that once you reach that number, you're gonna start chilling. You're gonna start reverting. You're gonna stop hustling, and you're gonna start backsliding. And I was like, what is that? So, but she was right. I realized that My income ceiling for a long time used to be $1,000. As long as I made $1,000, that was the increment of money that I was able to believe and understand would come to my way. Because I would make $1,000 like all the time. So it's like, okay, if I got a $5,000 thing I got to pay for it, then I got to get 1,000 from you and 1,000 from you and 1,000 from you, and then I'm gonna make it work. And she's like, bro, you got to lift your income ceiling, bro. Like, why don't you just go and get 10,000 from one person and then call it a day, and then go get another 10,000? You could go on a trip and then go and get another 10,000. You could buy some shoes and clothes and then get another 10,000. And I'm like, I didn't think of that. I'm like, I kept seeing life in versions of 1,000. You know, and people who got a lower income ceiling are looking at life in visions of 100. As long as I can get another 100 and another 100 and maybe another 200, it depends on what you've seen in your life. Okay, as long as I get my average check is like 250. So if I could get another check that's 250, and then I get another check that's 250, and then get another check, I can add all that up, and then eventually I'll pay my. Nah, bro, you have to raise your income ceiling, and that's all a part of the elevated game. It's like, yo, bro, I'm playing the game of life. I have 24 hours just like you, but I want to play the elevated game. When my feet touch the ground in the morning, I want to be conscious and aware that the game that I'm playing is not the same game everyone else is playing. My neighbors are not playing the same game. The nigga who live across the street, the people at Publix, the people over here at McDonald's and this way and that way, they're not playing the same game as me. We got 24 hours in a day, but we playing this shit very differently. And it's like, yo, just the elevated game, turning your mind on, like, damn, be right. I gotta raise that income ceiling. I gotta look at this shit in increments of 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. Because the reality is, there is hundreds of thousands of people who are making millions of dollars. I think I read this article recently that said, today's world produces 1,700 new millionaires every day. So it means every day, 1,700 people in this world, 6 billion, are breaking into the millionaire status. Will they stay there? We don't know. But at least they've reached it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, cool. Every day, 1,700 people at least reach $1 million. That might be your income ceiling. Once you get to that M, you're going to naturally start backsliding, and you're not going to notice it. You're just going to remember like, oh, well, I set a goal for $1 million. I got the goal for the $1 million, and now I'm good. And the second you sit and say, now I'm good, you're backsliding. You're backsliding down, and you know that you've reached your income ceiling. And that's a scary place to be, because if you don't have the capacity to redo that, then you're going to have to go back into the fight and do it again and do it again and do it again. But if you could break your income ceiling and then take more money and more money and more money and allocate more resources in different areas, you can create a system for yourself that spits money into your account every single month. And that way you don't even got to preoccupy yourself with your income ceiling anymore. Because now my money makes money at an alarming rate. Every time I go to sleep, I wake up with more money in my account than when I went to sleep. That's a beautiful life. You know what I'm saying? If you could wish for a genie or something like that, and a genie, have a genie get it. Thank you, Nia. I appreciate that. Straight up. Shout out to you for the gift. If you could wish and have a genie grant you a wish, I guarantee you will grant for, I just want endless money coming into my account every day. You know what I'm saying? Because getting money is not the thing. The system that your life produces is the thing. I read that in The Richest Man in Babylon. It's like, yo, most people who get money spend their fucking money. You could say you're not going to, but you are. You will. You're going to spend it and you're going to lose it and it's going to be gone. And then you're going to think and try to calculate like, where the fuck did all that money go, bro? I had a good amount of money. Where did it go? And you're not going to know. A little bit went to bills. A little bit went to food. A little bit went to entertainment, maybe some went to travel, some went to your shoes and clothes, and now all that shit is gone. You're like, fuck, you gonna really try to, like, anybody who spent a lot of money is really gonna, like, has sat there in their life at one point and be like, damn, I swear I had a shit ton of money, and you trying to, like, all that money's gone, yeah, all that money's gone. Now you gotta get back into the hustle. But the beautiful part is once you got an elevated mentality where you're playing this elevated game constantly, then your income ceiling stays up there. You're like, okay, cool. I'm used to bringing in $1 million, so I could do that again. I'm used to bringing in $5 million, so I could do that again. I'm used to bringing in 10 and 20 and $30 million, so I can do that again and again and again and again and again and again and again. As long as I'm breathing, I'm winning and I'm eating and I'm generating something. And I got a system that works for me. It takes money to make money. It does. And the beautiful part is, it doesn't have to be your money. You can have a bomb-ass idea, and as long as you got the work and the hustle power to get it, people will pay that money to you. They'll be like, okay, cool, I want to invest in that, Lloyd. I know that you're a pro at what you say. I know you got the capacity to do it. I've seen you do this before. I know you can do this again. You show me the figures. There's obviously an industry for it. I believe in you. Bam, here go that money. Make that money, make some money. You feel me? And it's a lot of times, like, that's actually happened to me. People have actually just given me money when I had an idea. No business plan, no extended call, no none of that shit. People have given me like, I was fundraising last year, I need $10,000 to open up this business real quick. And 4 of my friends just gave it to me. Like, hey, boom, here you go. One of them guys, I didn't even know, dog, I spoke to him once in my life. One time I spoke to this guy. But he just liked everything that I was doing, to the point where he's like, yo, bam, you good. And I'm like, oof, cool. Right, demand and supply. Honestly, bruh, honestly, where these people at trying to see something? Which people? No, it's the reality of the situation, man. Like, you have the capacity at any and all times. And I'll say this thing that Myron Golden always says. He says, there's never been a lack of resources on this planet. There's only a lack of resourcefulness. Where you think you need money to come in and supplant this entire industry and create this entire vibe for you, the reality is you don't need that money right now. What you need is a system, because a system will bring money into your account. You feel me? And the system will allow that money that you bring in to stay in. You know what I'm saying? But you could bring money. You bring money into your life without a system, that money gonna be gone. That money's gonna be gone. I don't even need to like impress that upon you, because you've already seen it. Anybody who's ever come in contact with a lot of money and didn't have no system of what to do with that money, that shit is gone. Gone like the wind. But anybody who has ever had a proper system in place before that money came, they've seen that shit multiply and multiply and apply itself and multiply and reply itself and apply itself again and apply itself again. That's why I got these graphs and charts on my wall, not for no reason, but just because I can know, okay, cool, look, I know exactly what has come in and what's going out. And a system, I'm creating a system that works for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we all need eventually. We need a system that works for us. And it's not easy to put together though, but it's not impossible either, because there's other people who want the same thing that you want. And some people got it. So all you gotta do is find these motherfuckers and study from them. I guarantee online today, there is somebody who has done exactly what you want to do, who has a course available for you to sit there and learn for 30 days or however long and learn how to do that shit and flip it and turn it up and make that shit profitable. There was a course that I bought. This course was $2,500. And it was how to set up a profitable Shopify store, right? And I was like, man, damn, like this shit is crazy. But I bought it, you know what I'm saying? Not for $2,500, but I still paid money and I ended up getting the entire course. And that shit worked. Like the nigga showed me how to make the entire, the course was so in detail. I was like, bro, this is crazy. The nigga showing you everything on how to make an entire profitable. Yo, I go to Alibaba. And then I find a product. First I go on Facebook and I find a product that people like. Okay, people like this. What's a niche? What's a that? So I started selling Jesus bracelets. It was like a bracelet that said, like, what would Jesus do? But it had a different saying on it. Like, this would be like, for God so loved the earth, he gave his only begotten son. And then the next one was like, what is it? As a man thinketh in his heart. So it's all these Bible quotes, because he was like, the guy who taught the course was like, yo, you need to find a niche. He was talking about dog lovers is a niche. People love their dogs. Wine lovers is a niche. People love wine. Nurses is a niche, because there's a lot of nurses. So you can create and craft products that are specific to these different industries and these different people. And you could advertise it to them, because Facebook will let you advertise exactly who you want. And then you can just put the ad to it, put the product to it, find the product for cheap over here, and then just advertise it. And when a person buy it from you, then you go and buy it and send it to them. Like, you're not even spending any upfront money. So this nigga showed this entire process, right? Crazy shit. His name is Adrian Morrison. So if y'all want to go verify, look him up, Adrian Morrison, and he'll show you how to create a poppin' ass Shopify store. Bro, it was a long course, a lot of videos, but the shit's so in detail. Nigga answered every question you possibly could have. And so I was selling these Jesus bracelets, and it was a fucking lick. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I set up the Shopify store. I made it look decent. And then I went on Alibaba, and I was like, yo, let me look up, because the Bible is the greatest niche in the world. People will like something that says Jesus on it, not only obsessively, but with guilt. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about scrolling on Instagram right now. If you see a post that says like for Jesus and you try to scroll past it, subconsciously there's going to be a little bit of guilt in your mind. You're like, but maybe Jesus is watching. Maybe he feels like, okay, let me just tap it just to be safe. Tap, I liked it for Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So people almost buy religious things out of guilt. You know, which is crazy, but it's true. So I was like, that's the biggest niche in the world. So I went and got these like Bible quotes, and I created this Facebook page called Being Christ-like. And I would just every morning I would take a Bible quote, Google best Bible quote, put it up on Facebook, and it started building a community. And then people on Facebook would just go onto this page and have conversations with each other in the comments, like, oh my goodness, this was amazing. I love this quote from the Bible. When I was in the hospital, this happened, and like they engage with it. It sells itself, bro. And then on the back end, I would just have these ads running on Facebook, specifically going to Christian groups and specifically going to people who like that stuff. And I was selling something I found on Alibaba. Alibaba, the bracelet was like $3. So what I would do, he's like, yo, you got to do a free plus shipping offer. So I would take a screenshot of that picture on Alibaba, put it up on Facebook and say, this bracelet is 100% free. All you got to do is pay $9.99 for the shipping and handling. And then people will get it. They'll see the ad and oh, snap, I'll get this bracelet for $9.99 if it's free. Click away. So I just made so they'll buy it, right? So on Facebook, you'll buy the thing, buy the bracelet, and then I'll get an order. An order will come into my phone. Yo, somebody just bought this for $9.99. You know, okay, cool. So after you bought it from me, then I go into Alibaba and I buy it from them. I take the information that you just gave to my website. Okay, my name is this is my address, and this is what I'm doing. I'll go to Alibaba and I'm like, okay, cool. I want this Jesus bracelet going to this person at this address, da-da-da. And I'll send it to you. So now you just bought a $9.99 bracelet that was actually free. You just paid $9.99 for the shipping and handling, and it was really $3, and I just went and bought it. So I make it $6 per bracelet that I'm selling. I could do that 1,000 times in a day. 1,000 times is $6,000 in a day. I didn't scale it up to $6,000 a day, but once I started seeing the profit coming in, I was like, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is some shit. And it also feels good to me because I'm not doing it like spitefully. I'm not like an atheist and I'm just manipulating. It's like, no, I actually do go to church and I handle my business. This is just cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking Bible quotes, putting them in front of Bible people, selling Bible people a Bible bracelet, and everybody wins. You got a quote and a bracelet. I got money. These people got a sale. Facebook got money from me for the ad. Everybody wins. You know what I'm saying? And I still believe in Jesus and I'm good. So it's like, it's crazy, but it works. And that's what I'm saying. Like, a system will work for you regardless. You know what I'm saying? You might not have any money. And I started that business like with almost no money. All I needed was money for the ads and whatever kind of money. Like, I didn't even need money to buy the product because you paid me for the product before you got it. And I went and paid them before you received it in the mail. So it was real easy. It's like, man, this shit is a lick. You know what I'm saying? So that showed me that a lot of times when people sit in these spaces that if they feel like they need a whole bunch of money, it's like, you don't need a whole bunch of money. What you need is a system. You need a system that works for you, like religiously. You need a system that will spit money into your account religiously, whether you're profitable right now or not. You just need a system. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have a plan for every single dollar that comes into your account. Like, every dollar that comes into my account, I know the first thing I'm gonna do is take 10% off and stick it in my safe. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I learned from the richest man in Babylon. Save 10% of everything that you earn. And you're just going to have a fortune building up for you, hidden somewhere. While at the same time, you're still going to be able to manage. You know what I'm saying? Because anything you can't do with 100%, anything you can do with 100% of something, you can do with 90%. You know what I'm saying? So if I need $1,000 to pay this, or like if I get $1,000 check and that's going to cover my bills, most likely I could pay all my bills with the 900. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality. And if I can't, then I highly doubt the $1,000 really gonna make that much of a difference. Like the $100, and you know, so the 100 goes to me, and that 900 goes to everything else. And the same thing with $1. Like, okay, I get $1, I put 10 cents away. Why? Because the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. The way you do small shit is the way you do big shit. So a system, man, that's really what it is that we're talking about. A system, and having a system that works for you is the most important thing in the world, I feel like. And that was an argument I had with one of my business partners recently. He was trying to explain to me, like, yo, we got to go and get funding. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's just say we get $50,000 right now. What's your plan? Oh, well, you know, we'll come up with a plan. I said, nigga, you just said that we need money, right? And you don't have a plan. So you said we need money and we need to come up with a plan for the money. Yeah, that means that we probably either don't need the money or need to get the plan first. Like, why don't you have a plan for the money first? Plan for the money first. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just saying that we just need money. I know that's not the answer because that's what everybody believes to be the answer. And most of the time, everybody is wrong. Most of the people outside are wrong. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, that can't be it. That can't be the answer. Yeah, we're going to need paper for sure. More money to get other things that we want, like, put in position. But what we need more than anything is a system. We need a profitable system of everything that you want to do. And money, throwing money at an equation ain't going to work. You know what I'm saying? Simon Sinek expanded on that in his TED Talk. And he was talking about a commercial failure was Vivo. You know, no, what is it? What's that shit? TiVo. He was like, TiVo, when TiVo came out, TiVo was the most profitable or the most like anticipated product or the highest quality product on the market. You could pause live TV, record it, do all this shit. But TiVo was a failure. TiVo never made no money. Nobody even talk about TiVo no more. TiVo is dead to the world. You feel me? But they were literally the most innovative thing in the world. They was the first people that was doing that rewinding, pausing live TV shit. Nobody was doing that shit before. So they were the first people to do that. But they never made any money. You know what I'm saying? And they never made any money because they had all the right conditions to succeed. They had all the money. They had all the paper. They had everything allocated the right way. However, they didn't have a system in place. They didn't have good marketing. They didn't have good promotion. They didn't have good ads. They didn't have any of that good shit. They just had money, a lot of money, a lot of money. They were throwing a lot of money into this shit, and the shit was failing, even though they had the best product on the market. So you could have the best product on the market, and your shit could still fail. You can have the best product on the market and a lot of money, and your shit could still fail if you don't got a system. You know what I'm saying? You don't got a system for creation. And then you look at a company like Apple, and them niggas started Apple in a garage. You feel me? And Apple was profitable because they were able to market and brand to you in a way that made you feel some kind of way. It made you feel special, made you feel amazing. It made you feel like you was a part of that. You know, and I'm studying Steve Jobs right now, and that's what he was talking about. I'm making people feel special by letting you know, like, this company is not about computers. This company is about changing the world. This company is about empowering creatives with the ability to change the world. I want to change the whole world outside, and I need you to do that. I need to empower you. I need to give you the tools for that. I'll give you Adobe, and I'll give you iMovie, and I'll give you the iPod, all these songs, and I'll give you Premiere Pro and Final Cut, and I'll give you an engine inside of a computer that could do all this stuff. Why? Because I want to empower you to change the world. Are you going to change the world? And that's why, like, the Apple ads have always been innovative. The Apple ad is like, even right now, dope ass picture on a billboard, shot on an iPhone. This was shot on an iPhone. This was shot. It's a regular person. They're advertising a regular person, an ordinary person shot an extraordinary picture on an iPhone, and that's their pitch. That's their advertising. I'm sending that message to the world that we're turning ordinary people into superheroes with these products. So what that tells us is, like, damn, one, they need us to be part of their crew. Two, they want us to be part of their crew. Three, they want us to be part of their crew so that we can all change the world. And four, they're turning ordinary people into superheroes, into extraordinary people. And so that to me, like, that says everything you need to know. That says everything we all need to know about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just going here. I'm just on a tangent right now, but that's just what it is. That's what it breaks down to in my mind. A lot of times when people sit there and feel like they need all this extracurricular shit before they get started, it's like, you don't need all that extracurricular shit. What you need is a system. You know what I'm saying? The system's going to start with you and what it is that you want, and then your process for getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool. I want to be a millionaire. Okay, how you want to be a millionaire? I want to be a millionaire in the music industry. Okay, cool. Study the millionaires in the music industry. Study the ways that you can do the things that either they're doing or you can do something just as good, and then go about doing it. Go about executing that. Will you need a team? Yeah. Will you need supporters from the outside? Yeah. But you're going to have to give your team the motivation so they can create the product, and you have to take that product and give it to the streets and motivate them to bite and to buy it and to want it and to need it and to crave it and to expect it and to, like, get fired up for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So there's a way to do everything, bro. And that's what I'm understanding now. Like, anything you want to do in this life, you can do it, bro. Elon Musk is fucking going to space every day. He wants to go to space. Crawl, walk, run. Exactly. That's exactly look at that. That's a system, whether you want to believe it or not. Because I can crawl, then I can get up from crawling, I can walk, then I can get up from walking, I can run. And if I fall while I'm running, if I still need to go, I can crawl again. And then I can work my way back to, you know what I'm saying? Back to a run, back to a walk, back to a run. Like, it's a system. You can keep doing that forever. Looking at nature has taught me a lot too. Like a seed. I can take a seed, I can put it in the ground, and as long as I give it the right conditions for growth, it's going to grow up. And when it grows up, it's going to sprout fruits. I could take the fruits, I could sell them, I could cut the tree in half, I can sell the wood, I could take all the leaves off and I can sell the leaves separately to design companies or whatever the case may be. I could take the molasses out and I can sell the molasses. And at the end of the day, with all the fruit that was in there, I can take those seeds out of the fruit, I can put it back into the ground, and now that one tree has produced 10 trees. And of those 10 trees, I can do the same thing again. Strip all the beneficial parts, chop it down, sell it with all the seeds, put it back in the ground, produce more trees. I'm obviously oversimplifying it because these trees are not instant things, but it's a beautiful system that will constantly work. You know what I'm saying? It'll constantly work in your favor if you out here growing trees, growing fruit, and farmers know that shit. It's like a system, man, and you gotta, like, watch it. Like, all of nature's principles are universal, bro. You could look at anything in nature, you could compare it to your life, and you can make that shit work. Why? Because we live in a natural world. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't defy the laws of gravity. We don't defy the laws of physics. We don't fly into space. Like, we don't do all this random ass shit. We abide by the laws of physics on this planet. So why don't we look at things that have been successful? Trees, plants, streams, like, things in nature have been successful. You want to know why? Because they're able to play this game forever. We've been unsuccessful because if a human don't do the right shit, he's going to die. And then we're never gonna see you again. That's gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? Certain animals that didn't do the right shit, them shits are extinct. We don't see them no more. I've never seen you again. You know what I'm saying? But human beings, we have the capacity to like do this forever, to continuously push and pull and make this work. You know what I'm saying? Like a man and a woman come together, make another kid. That kid grows up, finds another kid, they come together, they make another family and another family and another family. Like we're just like trees. We're just like certain animals. We can do this forever as long as we do the right things. If them two people don't come together, ain't gonna be no kids. You know what I'm saying? The human race is gonna stop with them. You know what I'm saying? Gotta stay productive. Honestly, bro. And it's beautiful, bro, because like once you tap into like learning things about the world, it becomes like real easy. You start seeing it like, damn, I can really take that and apply that shit in my own life. I can take that little seed example and apply that shit. So what I need is not money. You could sit and be like, okay, I could take a seed, gotta also be able to do it together. Like you said, you need a community. Absolutely, Nia. You're absolutely right. You need a community. You need people who understand your vision and are willing to ride that wave with you, because you can't do everything alone. You know, and that's something that I got to keep relearning, is that you can't do everything alone. As much as you may want to, as much as you may like, if I want this shit done right, I'll do this shit myself. It's like, no, that's not the reality situation. You need other people. You need to communicate interpersonally with other people. And that's the way that you're going to see your success happen. Because you can't do this shit by yourself. Anybody who's ever attempted to do it by themselves, they just got frustrated and broke. Those are the only two things that are going to come from you if you're trying to do this shit by yourself. It's not going to happen. It's not the reality of the world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? It takes all of us to come together. You got to come together. You got to link with other people. You got to link with like-minded individuals that's going to help you get this shit done. For example, in nature, you can take this shit right back to nature. A tree can't grow without a team. You know what I'm saying? I could take a seed, I could drop that shit on concrete and nothing's gonna happen because he don't got the right team. I could take that same seed, drop it into the rainforest, and in the rainforest, it has rain, it has the forest conditions, the air, and it also has the soil. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the key players. You need the soil, you need the rain, you need the sunlight, you need the airflow. That's gonna give that seed what it takes to get up. You know what I'm saying? It's about having a village with a strong foundation. Absolutely. And it's a natural law again. It's like, nigga, like no seed can grow by itself. I can't take a seed and have it in my hand like this and be like, grow. Shit ain't gonna grow. It needs the right conditions, and the right conditions come with other players and other parts. Like it needs soil, you need water, you need sunlight. Those are three things that a seed needs. There's no way around it. You could sit and be like, oh, I got soil and light. Nigga, you need water. Oh, I got water and I got light. You need soil. Oh, I got dirt and I got water. Nigga, you need sunlight. Like it's a simple system. You need all three of them things or it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's like an artist. An artist needs to be able to write their songs, to be able to have the beats to write on, and then to be able to have the visuals to shoot it. And then outside of them three things, you need a manager, you need an agent, and you're probably gonna need, some entity behind you that's funding all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same permutation of the same things. You're a seed, but you need the conditions to grow. Everything is the same. Keyword is need. Need. You need it. It's not a want. The seed don't want air or want water. It absolutely needs it. There's no version of the seed without it. You feel me? Or you're going to remain a dead seed forever. And that's the same thing with us human beings, bro. Like if we don't take this shit seriously and apply ourselves, then we're going to be on the same shit for life. And nobody wants that, bro. You want to progress? You got to have the right team around you. You got to have the right people. You got to have the right shit going. You got to have the right shit running for yourself. And if you don't have it, then that's just what it's going to be. You're only going to have whatever you have right now. You don't need to guess what the future is going to be, because the future is going to be what it is right now. I forgot who said it, but they were like, yo, to any person that doesn't want to grow or doesn't have any imagination for what their future is going to be or doesn't have a plan or desire, you don't need to wonder what the future is going to look like at all, because it's going to look just like how it looks right now. So you don't need to stress it. If you're not making any changes in your life, if you're not studying and getting right and focusing on getting your money up and focusing on elevating in life and believing and seeing yourself in a higher way, you don't need to worry what the future looks. Don't worry about it. Don't even ask. Why? Because your future is going to look just like your present. You know what I'm saying? The future don't belong to you. The future belongs to the people who's willing to shake that shit up, either for themselves, for their family, for their community, for their race, for the whole world. It don't matter who you're doing it for, but you still got to go out and shake that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Elevate the mindset in the now. Right now. You know what I'm saying? It's the future is a wish and yesterday is gone. You can never get yesterday back again. And you have no idea. You don't have any control over the future or the past. You only have control over the present. And you only have this much control over the present too. Like you can only control what you do, what you think, what you say, what you feel. But those things that you do in the present have the power to affect the entire world depending on what you do with it. You know what I'm saying? And this is big speaking, dog, but it's like, man, I study people who think big all the time, and these niggas are not no bigger or smarter or better than us. Steve Jobs said this. He said, why would I follow rules or laws that were put forth by people that are no smarter than me? Why? And he was right. He was like, yo, why am I following any of these rules when a regular whoever the fuck came around and said that's what that was? And you know that a lot of these lawmakers are wrong because laws change every day. You know what I'm saying? Liquor was illegal, now it's legal. Weed was illegal, now it's legal. Abortion was illegal, then it became legal, now they're trying to make it illegal again. It's like, y'all motherfuckers don't know what y'all want. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. So why am I'm not going to play this game. I'm going to do what's virtuous to me, make sure I ain't violating nobody else, and the conversation is there. I'm going to do what I do. There's only one way to control your past. That's interesting. What way is that? Some are afraid of leaving their comforts. Yeah, fear. No, absolutely. And it's like, why would we allow that shit into our brains? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not until like, it wasn't for me personally, it wasn't until I started reading books that I began to realize like, man, I got control of my brain. Because something about the books began to like, when I open up a book and I read it, bro, it's like all the noise and all the fog and all the shit that normally was in my head, it all just got real quiet. It's like everything shut up and allowed me to think. You know, it's crazy. It's so much power and fear and dictatorship when it comes to these laws. Absolutely. Like the fact that we even having an argument about abortion at this day and age, once it's been legal for X amount of time and it's helped a lot of women along the way is crazy to me. But I can't help but think it's a distraction. Like there's a big game that's happening out here and you got to be smart in order to like navigate that shit. Like, no, I'm not going to even think about that, talk about that or associate myself with that because I know that y'all playing. Like, why are you pissing women off in America purposely? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you going so hard to piss women the fuck off? And like the Roe versus Wade or something like that. And then like some of these politicians are trying to make hanging illegal, like hanging legal. Like, oh, hanging by a tree. Let's bring that punishment back. And it's like, why are these motherfuckers trying to piss us off so bad? It's because when you get mad, you get stupid. And when you get stupid, it's ridiculous. Like when you get mad, you get stupid. Like we got mad during 9/11. And we got real fucking stupid at the same time. You know what I'm saying? We got real pissed over what happened. And we believed anything that they told us. It was like, oh, it's them Iraqi niggas, they did it. And we don't go over there and fuck them up. And I was like, okay, cool. But how many resources did the U.S. government siphon out of that country when we was over there fucking them up in retaliation? You know what I'm saying? Like what really changed? We don't know. But it's real. To not let it control your present. That's true, Red Rum. I agree with that. That's true. I thought that's where you was going with it, and I'm happy that you took it there. That's true. That's the only way to control your past. It's to not let it dictate. Yeah, not let it dictate what you do now. Just started back reading too. Reading is so goddamn important, bro. Like I can't even stress that shit. And I was not a reader at all. I did not like reading for shit. Reading was boring. I never finished the book. I didn't like reading in school. Though I was good at reading. My father made us good at reading, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. At all. It wasn't until I got older and I wanted to make music that I was like, these rap niggas is using words I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, if I want to rap, I got to know how to use words. I have to know words to know how to use it. I got to know a word to know how to use it. Because I heard Lil Wayne was saying words I don't fucking understand. Jay-Z was saying shit. Though I heard Kendrick Lamar say facetious. To this day, I don't know what facetious means. I never even cared to look it up. I just knew that shit was beyond my pay grade. I was like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? But once, like, okay, I was like, okay, I got to figure this shit out because I just can't be behind the bus like that. You know what I'm saying? And these niggas were using words like Eminem using words I don't know. When Eminem rap, it sounds like he's reading a fucking dictionary to you. It's like, oh, God, this nigga's found every word in the dictionary that rhymed and made it flow into a song. This is crazy. So that's what motivated me. Yeah, it's crazy shit, but it's real. I love your views. Ooh, say it again. Nah, man. It's some real shit. Like this is the reality situation. It's like, hey, we only gonna get ahead, man, when we silence all them outside voices and focus on the shit that we want to focus on. You know what I'm saying? And we push our boundaries to get there. Again, I was not a reader. My little sister was a reader, right? She was reading Harry Potter. She was reading Immortal Instruments or some shit like that, Hunger Games. And she was reading all that shit that ended up being movies. And niggas start arguing about the book being better, all that shit. I'm like, there's no fucking way a book is better than a movie. Are you dumb? A book is like, and a movie is like, action, oh my God, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So much. My sister used to sit across from me, right? And she would be reading a book, silent dog. This is what I promise you, she'll be. She would sit on the other side of the room, quiet for 45 minutes, and bust out laughing. Oh my God. I would look at her like, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. How are you laughing at something that's on a page? You're fucking lying. Like, I could not understand that shit at all. Like, man, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Because I'm so used to watching TV. You know what I'm saying? I'm so used to seeing, like, that's the stimulus. TV, comedy. So when she was reading the book and she started laughing, I'm like, fuck. Now I get it, though. I didn't know it at the time. But then when I started reading, I was like, oh, shit, I get it now. You be so immersed that you're following along and following, like, you end up in it. You end up in the rhythm. Once you start reading something that you like, you end up in the rhythm of it. So when I'm in the rhythm of this shit, anything can happen. You know? Me, as a child and in my teen years, I was on it. See, there you go. It's so cool to see a man without makeup and a wig disrespecting women. LOL. I appreciate that, Rare Room. Yeah, I'm not a fan of wigs or makeup or disrespecting women. I'm from a house full of girls, conveniently, fun fact. So I got 3 sisters and I'm the only boy in the house. So, yeah, I don't know if that makes me more respectful to women because I feel like, you know, everybody got a day. You know what I'm saying? It might be your day, it might be my day, but I will say I have a different perspective on women that I know a lot of my friends don't have because I saw the after effects. You know what I'm saying? In my household, how do I even say this poetically? I was receiving home the women that the streets was like giving away, if that makes sense. Like, my sister would go outside, hit the streets, do whatever they was doing, and then they would come home and I would be hearing the back end of it. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, this nigga did this, or yo, when you get a girlfriend, don't do this to her, or can you believe this nigga did this? That was so tacky and that was so whack and that. And I'm sitting there soaking up all this shit from my 3 sisters and then my 3 female cousins. I was raised with 6 girls. So I was just sitting there like absorbing all this data and information from these girls. Every time they would come home pissed or mad or and talking amongst their friends, I was just in the combo. So I have an awareness of like the female psyche that I know my homies don't have. I'm not saying that like I am a woman, like because there's a shit ton of shit I don't understand about women, even no matter how fucking close I was to my sisters. But I do have a deeper understanding that like, yo, the things that women feel on a day-to-day basis are contributing to how they respond to everything and everyone. So it's not like my dogs would be like, oh, she ain't say nothing about that, so it's good. And I'll be like, nigga, that's about to blow up in your face. Watch, nah, because you didn't see the way she looked at you in the street. You didn't pick up on that frequency. I picked up on it because my sister will come home after making that same face and tell me what the fuck just happened and nobody else saw but her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're speaking. I love when you're speaking because it's all truth. I appreciate you, Lola. Thank you for that. It means a lot. Exactly. There's a real zone in a book. Nah, there's a zone inside a book, bro. Once you end up in the rhythm of that book, you on to another level. You chose the high road, King. Respect. I appreciate that, Rare Room. Nah, it's straight up, man. Like it's something that like I'm blessed though. I used to be fucking pissed at my house because I had nothing but sisters. And here's what they used to do to me too, bro. Like I used to, let's say I go to my auntie's house, right? So my 3 sisters are going to meet up with my 3 female cousins. They about to have a ball. And so I'm going, because I'm just another kid at that time, and they outside playing hide and go seek, squares, hopscotch, super soakers. I had to be inside the house with my uncle, my Nigerian uncle, on the couch watching football with him. And this nigga was like a statue. He was sitting on the TV like this. He don't say a word. Dog, my whole life, I've heard him probably say less than 100 words, right? Like, this nigga don't say much of shit. And I be like, I'm looking outside the window like, I want to go fucking play. I want to go. They got super soaker. He's like, yo, you're a boy. You got to stay here on the couch with me. You got to watch this football. And I'm watching this boring shit on TV, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is. No one's explaining this shit to me. What is this? What am I looking at? It's not even a cartoon. What the fuck is this? Like, if you would have took me the time to explain to me what football was, like, those are the Green Bay Packers. That's the Dallas Cowboys. They're going head to head. That's offense. That's defense. That's the kicker. That's a wide receiver. That's a running back. That's a left tackle. That's a right tackle. That's a defensive end. If you would have let me know that, I would have probably been immersed in it, maybe. But maybe not, because the nigga's sitting there like a statue, like, real manly. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't play with my sisters. You know what I'm saying? They were able to play, but I had to be over here because I'm a boy, and they couldn't have me playing with girls. A real old school mentality, but whatever. And I'm sitting there fucking pissed. Like, I know I'm a boy, you only playing with girls, but nigga, they got super soakers outside. I'm watching them with the super soaker. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? So I say that to say, man, fuck my childhood. Nah, but I'm really saying it to say that shit sucked. That experience was trash. You know what I'm saying? So to a large degree, I also had to raise myself. You ain't care. You want to have fun too. Yeah, I didn't give a fuck about that shit. I don't know what this shit is. You're not explaining it to me, dog. He just sitting there stone cold. And my uncle's a real strong African Nigerian dude. Like, my mother's Puerto Rican. She married a Haitian man, so I'm Puerto Rican and Haitian. Her sister is Puerto Rican. She married a Nigerian man, so her kids are Puerto Rican and Nigerian. So we all just fucking, you know? But I'm sitting there like puzzled. I'm like, this shit is and it's the 90s. Like, I'm talking about the 90s. I was born in 93, so I'm talking about like 1997, 98, 99. And so imagine what the TV looked like. The TV is this fucking small, tubey, staticky, you know? And they outside playing with super soakers, living their best life. Fuck. But I say all that to say, I don't even remember what I was saying. But I knew I was saying some real shit. And it just started out like that. Oh yeah, it chose the high road, respect. Nah. So that's the perception that I had of everything as a kid. It was like, okay, well, my sisters were my sisters. They showed me everything. They taught me everything. And in that, I'm blessed to have them sisters. But at the same time, it wasn't all rainbows. Like, the fuck? That shit was whack. For a long time, it was just whack. I grew up with all boys. See? So you live in the opposite of that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a little safer to have girls play with boys than have boys play with girls. Because with boys playing with girls, everybody was fucking terrified. Like, we can have this motherfucker growing up liking any kind of Barbie. I know what the fuck Barbie was. They see me playing with Barbie, I had a bad day. But I'm like, I don't know what the fuck Barbie is. And there's nothing but girls. These are the only toys that are here. Go fucking boy toys then. Go and give me some regular shit. Go get it. Because all I see is regular shit. I had to play with very gender neutral toys. Like, I had Lego blocks. They had full humans they could play with. My shit was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm happy I'm older and none of that stuff matters. But I say this, I was not always a reader. I was not always just onto my shit. It was something that was given to me through life and experience and the good and the bad and the ugly and all that shit. We grow into this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still growing. I'm 29 now, and I'm teaching myself to play the piano. I never played the piano before, but I'm teaching myself to play it because I don't see myself going into my 30s or my 40s, my 50s, and my 60s without knowing how to do something that I want to do. After the piano, I'm going to do singing lessons. After the singing lessons, I'm probably going to join a UFC gym because, you know, I like fighting and I want to do this shit proper without having to worry about if I'm going to jail tomorrow. And then, like, a whole bunch of things. But I'm learning it all right now. You feel me? Look at you now, though. Exactly, Queen Desi. I appreciate that. But that shit sucked in the interim. That shit was fucking trash. I was like, yo, I want to go outside and play. I was like, nah, fuck you. You can't play. You got to stay here with your uncle. I'm like, this guy's the worst. He's just sitting here, bro. He's just sitting stoic. He's not doing anything. He's not moving. I don't even know if he's alive. He's just watching the fucking game, bro. I'm done with this shit. I don't want to be here. I want to be outside. They playing hide and go seek. Warrior, hit a note. Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it right now. That's the reality situation. That shit sucked. So I say that to say I'm blessed because as I got older, then I got a chance to, like, they started educating me, like, yo, this is what girls like, this is what girls don't like, this is what they like, this is what they like. So it's like, I feel like I do have somewhat of an advantage. You know what I'm saying? But it's still something that you earn it. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that was given to anybody. I don't think I was given much. I think a majority of what I have, I had to earn it. And I still got to earn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, for a large part of my life, I knew, right? And this is like some real shit. I knew that I was ugly. I knew I was an ugly person. In middle school, I remember being in the 7th grade, and I remember this. I remember knowing and coming to terms with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had heard it for so many times. Like, oh, you ugly, ugly, ugly. Every girl I ever tried to talk to when I was in elementary school and middle school was like telling me I was ugly. And this is like a trick. So there's a saying, Joyce Meyer has this saying that says, when we're young, the devil builds strongholds in our minds to keep us from becoming who we're really meant to be. right? When I read that quote in that book, it made me go back into my mind and start digging and thinking like, what happened to me when I was little that made me stop doing certain things or staying away from certain things? One thing was I was real quiet. I was super shy and I was super nervous. One was because I was ugly, but two, because every time I opened my mouth, kids in middle school would pick on me and it would be like hell and it was terrible. But at the same time, I knew I was ugly. They told me I was ugly for so long. I knew it. Like it was like a known fact for me because we didn't have any money. So I was wearing the same kind of clothes to school all the time. I had really cheap shoes. I never had money for a haircut. So my hair was always nappy and crazy. Never had a proper fade or anything growing up. My teeth were the scariest part for me, right? And they still not perfect. But I remember being a kid and I chipped my tooth. And I don't know why this happened, but after I chipped my tooth, the tooth turned brown. Like it was brown. It was like a dead tooth, essentially. So as a kid, I had just one chipped brown tooth. And I had these other teeth growing in different spaces. And so that had me like, fuck. And then people would make comments about it. And like, it brought my self-esteem really down. So I just said, okay, in order for me to live a good life, I have to keep my mouth shut. And so I always stay quiet. Like my mouth was wired shut. And that's the way I grew up. And on top of that, I was ugly and I was getting picked on and my family was poor, broke, whatever you want to use for the word, where y'all niggas ain't got no light, no power, no water, and y'all living in an abandoned building in North Miami Beach on 19th Avenue and 167th Street. Like whatever you call that, that's what it was. So the self-esteem was to the fucking ground, right? And I remember being in the 7th grade thinking like, oh, I can't get the girl that I like because I'm ugly. But it's so funny. This is what I thought. I was like, yo, but if her assigned seat gets sit next to my seat, then I believe that over time, I'll be able to like win her over with some personality and some traits. So I knew in the 7th grade, I knew I had to have a good personality. Like, okay, cool. So I'm ugly, so I have a good personality. As long as I got a good personality, people will still like me. So I just got to keep working on my personality and like being a little funny and being a little cool and being a little something. I'm not cool. I'm not suave. I'm not into any sports at the time. I'm not into anything. So I was fucked up. But I knew that as long as I could develop a good personality, I could somehow, that would be my hope. You know what I'm saying? That could be my hope that in some way in the future, you'll like me. And a lot of my motivation came from women. I'm smart enough to know that. Like a lot of what I do is for women. Like I think every boy wants girls to like them. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, just like me. But yeah, where are you from? I'm from Miami, right around North Miami Beach. It's what's in you. Nah, so I was like, okay. As long as I could have a good personality, then at least I could get you to like me over time. And so that was my strategy. That became my strategy forever. Is like, okay, as long as I could be in proximity to, you know, a cute girl or something like that long enough, because I know I'm ugly, so you're not gonna like me off rip. You know, I'm not the one that you're gonna like to look at, but I can win you over time. That's gonna be my strategy, dog. I'm gonna win you over time. So I knew I had to I had to have a good vibe. But then at the same time, I was still getting picked on, and life was rough, bro. Like I remember being, and I say this a lot on my stories. I remember being 12 years old when I had my first like suicidal thoughts because I was getting picked on in school real bad by guys and girls. Everybody who felt like fucking with me was fucking with me, and I was mentally in a cage because my father used to always tell me, "Don't fight." That was his thing to me. I don't know if the nigga thought I was just gonna be outside whooping ass or something like that, but he always he's like, "Don't fight under any circumstance. Don't ever fight. Don't fight nobody." As if fighting was the worst thing in the world. Like, so whenever people would pick on me, I was trapped in my own mind because I just kept hearing my father's voice say, "Don't fight nobody. Don't fight nobody." It's like the worst thing in the world. So niggas picking on me, he's not telling me to defend myself. So I'm getting fucked up at school, and I'm not telling anybody. It's like, what do you call it? Like I'm internalizing it. It's just, I'm leaving it inside of me and that's just starting to twist me up. And so I can't focus on school. I just want to get the fuck out of there. I don't want to be in school no more. School sucks. Fuck this place. So I'm not doing my schoolwork. So imagine getting picked on in school, getting beat up or whatever the case may be. You're not focusing, so you're not doing good in school. Your teacher's not talking to you good. And then you get home, and this happened a bunch of times. I would get home and my father will have gotten a call from the school. Like, oh, he's not doing his homework. Oh, he's not paying attention to class. Oh, he's not turning his work. I think he thought I was fucking around in there, but I was depressed. I was going through it in there. You know what I'm saying? So he just, as soon as he got a call from the school that I wasn't doing good in school, he just whooped my ass. Constantly, no question. Oh, you doing bad in school? Man, I remember one time My mother dropped me off to a construction site where he was working at the time. And this would ultimately be this abandoned building that we live at. He's trying to reconstruct it. Man, they dropped me off. The school had called. He dropped me off. My mother, oh, your father got to see you. I'm like, oh, shit. Dropped me off. He took a fishing rod. And when a fishing rod is real long, it's bendy. If you ever see a fishing rod, it bends when it's real long. But if you break a fishing rod, here's just knowledge. If you're into beating your kids, this is going to fuck them up real bad. If you break a fishing rod to like this small, that shit is solid. That's a solid piece of whatever it is. That shit hurts. If I hit you, you're going to shake. The rod ain't going to shake. So I'm like, oh, God. So this nigga took a fishing rod like this and he beat the shit out of me. My father's Haitian. He's old school Haitian. So punishment in my father's eyes is like, I'm going to beat you. And then after that, go sit on your knees. On your knees, face the wall. So he beat the shit out of me, right? I remember getting beat up at school, coming home. Couldn't tell nobody. Couldn't tell my mama. Couldn't tell my sister. They're going to go to school, make it worse. And then, oh, the school call home? Yeah, you're not doing good in school? Father beat the shit out of me. And I'm like, fuck. So I got to be 12 or 13. And so I'm like, fuck. So I got on your knees, face the wall. So get on your knees and put your fucking nose to the face to the wall. And there's no promise of when you're going to get up. It's like you get up for dinner. Or you get up like, I remember being face to the wall so long, I passed out. I just passed out on the wall. And after that, my mother shook me awake and told me to get something to eat. Some corner store chicken or something like that. So I say all that to say, like, that was the reality of the situation for me growing up. You know what I'm saying? And that's not pretty. That's sad. They didn't know the changes in your behavior. Nah, you could feel it. You could see it. Nah, shake my head. Yeah, I had some harsh whoopings and punishments too. Nah, it's crazy. Straight up, man. And that's traumatic. Like, I don't see myself beating my kids like that. I might pop them every now and then. I might beat them. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But when I look back in my life and I count the beatings, I'm thinking to myself like, nigga, at what point was you going to realize the beatings don't work? You know what I'm saying? Like, you beat me 30 or 40 times in the course of a fucking year or 2 years. Like, that shit probably don't work. You know what I'm saying? Stop beating. Why don't you just ask me what's going on in school? Like, they never presented that option. My parent didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Your parents should cause most of the trauma of everyone. Now they can. So, but that was my strategy. Like, I knew I was ugly. And so I had to win these, the girl in my class or my crush, I had to win them over time. I'll look at everything in like a 7-month interval, like maybe in like 6 months, 7 months. As the school year goes on, you can get the vibe from me. You know what I'm saying? And everything changed when I got to high school. Like, that was 7th grade, 8th grade. And then, let me see. Facts. I don't want these type of stories being said out of my kids' mouth. I'm telling you, man, nobody deserves that shit. For mistakes that were meant to be learned. Nah, bro, like, that shit could have been like, okay, why are you not doing good in school? My first question to my kids now, thank God that I had the experience, because my first question to my kids now is, why are you not doing good in school? Is somebody bothering you? Is somebody bothering you? Is the teacher messing with you? Did something happen? I want you to be able to trust me and know that I'll go to war for you and I'll fuck somebody up. So tell me what it is. And that would have been helpful, but that wasn't the option in my house. My option was, if you're doing bad in school, I'm fucking you up. There's no question. Like, you didn't even doubt it. You know what I'm saying? And my mom was like, my father didn't even doubt it or like challenge the school. And like, because these teachers don't know shit. These teachers were fucking some of the kids. Like, you don't know everything, bro. Like, I wish, you know, but I'm happy that it happened the way it happened. But again, everything changed for me in high school, man. Like, once I got to high school, I remember this shit. I remember shit like the fucking, I can't remember it, but I remember it. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember the analogy I'm going for, but I remember the memory I'm about to convey. I remember being in the 9th grade and a girl that didn't like me in middle school, I remember her walking up to me and being like, yo, you lost weight. I guess I was chubby too. I was chubby in middle school, baby fat or whatever you call it. The girl looked at me and she was like, exactly, bro. You meant to learn from your mistakes, not be whooped for them. Bruh, I wish they knew that. They was fucking me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should know better. How the fuck am I supposed to know better when you're not teaching me better? Where am I supposed to get this better you talking about from? I'm looking at my life, I don't understand it. My father only told me not to fight. He didn't tell me if somebody fights you, fight them. You know what I'm saying? It was like very, very like one-sided, bro. And this shit caused a lot of pain. You gotta teach these little people to fucking fight for themselves, bro. Or else they're gonna be at the abuse of somebody else who's getting abused by somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Hurt people. So them kids who's pissed off and coming to school, fucking people up or picking on people, bullying is real, bro. I never was one of the people that was outside fucking up. I was just naive and a positive kid and light and cool. And when you're a positive kid in a negative environment, you're like a flame. And these motherfuckers like moths. So they flock around you. They gonna fucking find you and figure you out and beat you the fuck up until you become negative like dumb. And that's what I learned in my life. Like, oh, okay. Motherfuckers stopped fucking with me once I became just as negative or more negative than they was. Then it's like, oh, now we don't want to know. Now you don't got the choice to no more. You feel me? And people don't understand that shit. So it's crazy. But I remember being in ninth grade, right? And this is when like everything switched up and changed. Let me see. I was a kid that would cry just from the anxiety, waiting on my parents to get home, dog. Anxiety, waiting for them to come home for like a good reason. Like you love your parents like that? When you're only 9 or whatever young age, they don't get that. Nah, I want to give you a hug. I appreciate that, Red Room. Thank you. Yes, high school. High school is when I became mean. Nah, straight up. Like, I remember being in high school and a girl who didn't like me in middle school. I remember she walked up to me. She was like, oh, you look so different. I was like, in my mom, like, what different are you talking about? Like, it was summertime and then there's now. I saw you before summer and then there's summer and then there's now. Like, I thought this bitch was playing with me. But she was like, no, you look so different. Like, you're definitely taller and your hair is longer. I had like, so the hair I got right now is kind of like the hair I had in going into high school. And then I ended up cutting it for a long time and then I got it back. But she was like, oh, you're taller and you lost weight and your hair is longer. And in my mind, I'm like, is this bitch fucking with me? Like, cause I still had the deep programming that I was ugly. So when she was saying nice things to me, I'm like, this bitch, but you're the same girl that was telling me how ugly I was 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. Like, I know who you are, you know, but she was talking to me different. I was like, in my mind, I was like, I didn't pay no mind to her. I'm like, man, this bitch changed, and now she's trying to convince me I changed. And 100% true. You grew it out for your mom, right? Yes, Lola, I did. Yeah, I grew it out for my mother. My mother, fun fact, my mother passed away January 16th, 2021. And I was growing my hair before she passed, but she always used to say, like, yo, when am I going to see you with long hair? When am I going to see you with long hair? When am I going to see you with long hair? And I'm Puerto Rican, so she'll, you know, habla como así, like, when am I going to see you with long hair? I jump my Spanish up sometimes, so I fuck it up. I want to see you with long hair. So I'm like, all right, cool. High school is definitely my escape from home. Ah, shit. I remember, what is that? What the fuck is that? I remember you speaking about it. Nah, I appreciate that. You got a great memory. Yeah, I definitely did grow it out from my mom. I appreciate you, Lola. Thank you for that. But yeah, man. And so that's when the girl told me that shit. And I was like, that's weird. But then my mother, she ended up like hustling and getting me braces. So braces, they removed that brown tooth that I had. And then the braces had got me right. And then I still got to actually go and get my teeth really fixed because I just did the braces until I couldn't do it no more. Snapped them bitches off my mouth. But they at least fixed the main problem. So I was happy. Like, I'm just straight with my teeth. I could smile when I couldn't smile before. Like, smiling was hell. And then, so I got taller in middle school. And then my hair got longer. My skin cleared up. I guess I lost weight. And then the mentality of like letting motherfuckers beat on me, that shit evaporated. Like, I came to the conclusion, fuck what my father was talking about. Like, yo, he keep telling me not to fight, but he not giving me no way. So either I'm gonna lose my mind and I'm gonna kill everybody in this motherfucking place, or I'm gonna just start fucking up the people who fucking with me. One or the other, because I'm not gonna kill myself. That's what I came to. I'm like, either I'm gonna kill me, or I'm gonna kill you. So I'm like, I'd much rather fuck you up. And then I just started beating people up. Not randomly, mind you. Now you snatched them out. I busted them bitches out. So yeah, I just started putting hands on people. And that changed my life dramatically, though. I remember like the first couple times I was like, yo, I'm done with this getting picked on shit. I'm done with letting motherfuckers talk to me any kind of way. And just, I'm done with all this inner malice. Like, fuck y'all. Because I was always a positive kid. Negative people made my life hard. So I was like, all right, cool. Now it's time for me to start whooping y'all. And when I started doing it, I learned 3 things. 1, fighting was not that bad. 2, it was actually much easier than I thought it was going to be. Like, I was a lot faster, stronger, and I'm devastating these niggas. Like, I'm beating you up, and it's like slow motion. Pop, 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 pop. And it's like slow motion. And then the last part was like, I'm really good at it. Like, I'm actually really fucking good at putting hands on people. And I was like, man, that's so fucking crazy. So when I started beating people the fuck up, I was like, bro, and that killed all the noise. All the pickings on niggas and name calling and being nervous to see niggas when they cut the corner or something like that. All that shit ended. And now it's more of like I got a reputation. Now like niggas in my group will tell you like, bro, this nigga here will fuck you up, bro. Like he's nice, but he's only nice because he's real mean. You know what I'm saying? I'm only nice because I could be real fucked up to you. Not in a malicious, evil kind of whatever. Nah, but I would physically devastate the fuck out of you. And I would take that shit to the limit. And I pray to God that like I snap into my senses, because there's been a couple times where that shit has nerve-wracked me, dog. Like it's been a couple times where the shit could have went like really, like again, I show people this scar that I got. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's this line right here. I'm surprised you grew up humble, not angry. Boy, I'm pissed, but I am angry. That's the beautiful part. Like, I'm able to talk like this and smile and be happy and be chill because I know that can't nobody stop me from being me no more. Whereas when I was a kid, I couldn't smile anymore. Like, people beat the smile out of me. My father beat the smile out of me. Kids in the school beat the smile out of me. Like, I couldn't fucking smile. I couldn't be happy with you. Couldn't joke. Couldn't nothing because you motherfuckers was miserable. And I came to the conclusion like, oh, bro, it's not me. It's you motherfuckers. Y'all the ones that's the problem. Bro, it's over for y'all. And that shit gave me all the strength that I needed, bro. I feel great in my life because I know that, like, whatever kind of friction, if it's a negative word, the reading has allowed me to say some negative words back to you or, like, straighten this. Like, yo, I'm sorry if I could talk to anybody. Like, yo, bro, look, don't worry about it. We can work this out. It's all cool. Don't worry. The ego, like learning, doing all the work, digging into my mind and pulling out all the shadows and all the bullshit and taming them bitches. Like all my inner demons, y'all belong to me. And if any new ones pop up, I'm more than qualified to knock your ass back down. You belong to me. All of my inner demons. And when you talk to people, you can see who's done the work like that. You can see who's like, either you hiding from your demons or you're not trying to face your demons or you narcissistic or you arrogant or you feel like you this and that, inferiority complex, superiority complex, mommy issue, that you could see it in the motherfucker now. It's like, okay, I beat the demons up inside of me and now I took their vision. So I can see demons in other people. Like, okay, well, you're most likely battling with this or this or this. And either one of them, they're whooping your ass. You know what I'm saying? But then I could talk to other people that have like done the work, and people call it shadow work. Like, ever talk to other people who've done that shadow work, and it's like, I could talk to you, and when you could be honest with me about your mistakes and your flaws and your fuck ups, and you did this and it wasn't great, but you learned this and you learned this and you learned it, you learned from yourself, you did the work too. So we can be real good friends because we both doing the work. You doing that shit, I'm doing that shit. So that means that it's never gonna come a point where I senselessly disrespect you or you senselessly disrespect me. Like, we always gonna have that level for each other because we both doing the work. You know what I'm saying? So it changes everything in your life. You know what I'm saying? We don't look at what we went through. Exactly, Queen Desi. We don't look like what we went through. Absolutely. 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 Accountability and honesty. Absolutely. And that's what it breaks down to. So it's like, that shit would change your life, man. That shit would really 1000% change your life. When you start facing them demons and like tackling that shit that's inside, everything, old memories, shit that I try to repress, I pull all of that shit out. All of that. I want to see all the demons. I don't care how fucked up it is. I don't care how messy it is. I don't care how traumatizing it is. I want to see all this shit. Because I'm not going to let y'all motherfuckers destroy my life from the shadows. I'm not going to let y'all hide behind this curtain in my mind and fuck with me and destroy me and manipulate me and move me. People's traumas manipulate them. You know what I'm saying? Hurt people. That shit ain't just random. No, that's a real statement. Because people's traumas manipulate them. People's traumas own them. People's traumas control them. You know what I'm saying? Like I never understood people say was like, oh, if somebody can make you mad, they own you. Man, in my mind, I'm like, nah, they own these hands. I'm about to beat the fuck out of them. They about to own a medical bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they make me mad. But it's like, I get it now. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I didn't get it before, I get it now. It's like, oh no, you're right. Because if this motherfucker could say something, then I lose my cool, and then if I want to beat you up, that should be my decision. It shouldn't be, you feel like getting beat up today, so I became your puppet and your slave to get you beat up. Like, I see I see it now. It's like, okay, so I'm really a bitch if I just go about this shit in an ignorant manner as if this motherfucker is not manipulating me into doing this thing that they want me to do. I see it. Nah. You know what I'm saying? No. Long story short, I have a cousin who's dealing with herself and her inner demons. Instead of Tackling them, she blames everyone else. Yes, sir. Even for the problems she caused herself. Absolutely. Lack of accountability, man. Like, oh my goodness, bro. If that is not the I rarely use the word ugly, right? I rarely use it because ugly to me is just the worst word. And it's probably because I was called ugly for a very long time. So it's like, that's just the worst fucking word. Like, the only people who ever use ugly are people who are really ugly in their spirit. But if I was to use that word, that would probably be the only way I would use it. Be like, that's a really unpleasant trait. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even want to use the word ugly then. You see it? That's a really fucked up trait because I know people who have that trait and I don't like that shit. Lack of accountability is bullshit. We all make mistakes, bro. Look, I make mistakes all the time. And I don't mind. I'm happy to make mistakes. But some people feel like for them to admit that they made a mistake is like them losing their life or some detrimental shit. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Baby Banks, what up? Lips, Martha Stewart, what up? Italiano is good. Like, man, I know people who I love who deal with that shit. And I've told this person before, like, yo, you got to take accountability, man. I don't, it's no coincidence. Every time you end up in problems with people. You end up in problems and in situations with others. And every time you tell me the story, it's somebody else's fault. It's your daddy fucking with you. It's the people at the job. It's the people at the gym. It's your homegirl. She's the one who fucked up. And when you and I get into arguments, it's me who's fucking up. And this is, you're like, you think that you're perfect. You're not fucking perfect, bro. Like, you're not. Thanks to God, what up? The road, what up? You're not fucking perfect, dog. Like, you're not. Like, be honest with yourself. And if you got a problem with all these different people, like, when I've never heard this specific person tell me the part that they played in the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm closing up. Okay. She's burned so many bridges. Hello, I'm just kidding. I feel you. She burned so many bridges that she done burned. And I realized that for my own sanity, I had to remove her. Nah, absolutely. You gotta clear them people out your life, man. You gotta clear them people out your life, man. Because if you don't, they're gonna drag you down with them. Mark Twain says, never argue with stupid people because they'll only pull you down to their level and beat you with experience. You know what I'm saying? So it's real shit. Let me see. LOL, I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to put it twice. I didn't mean to put it twice. Exactly. Okay. Nobody perfect though. Nah. Gotta recognize our flaws for sure. Nah, man. It's just like, yo, bro, look, the most attractive thing you could do is take accountability for yourself. Take accountability and responsibility for you, bro. That shit is perfect. Nah, you good, Nee. I see what that was. You good. Gotta recognize our flaws. Bro, look, everybody got flaws and everybody got issues and nobody is perfect, man. The worst thing is when you come across somebody who really is convinced in their mind that they are perfect. And that means like, yo, every time they end up in a problem with somebody, they're going to explain it to you as if this person did this to me. This person did this to me. That you walking through life as if life is doing shit to you, bro. Nobody, no, motherfucker, you are involved in this decision making. You are you. You're the one, you. What the fuck? You're doing this shit. You the one that's getting into Sabrina, what up? You the one that's getting into these problems and these altercations with people. You're the one that's navigating these relationships in the way that you're navigating them. She fell out with one person, fell out with another person, fell out with another. I'm like, yo, bro, it's you. It's you, yo. It's you. What up, Sabrina? How you feeling? It's you, man. Like, get out of that shit. But it's so beautiful when people can take accountability. It's so beautiful when a person can sit there and be like, yo, I know I fucked up. You feel me? I know I fucked up. I'm not perfect. So what? You know, I'm not pressed about that shit. Like, I know I'm not perfect, and I don't want to be perfect, and I don't need to be perfect, and it doesn't really matter. You feel me? Because I'm just me. All I could do is be myself. I'm the only me that I got, so I might as well be myself because I'm the only me that I got. I'm actually the only me that the world got. So I'm obliged, I'm obligated to be myself. Can't be like y'all. And she'd rather go back to what hurts her instead of what heals her. Exactly. Man, that's somebody who's dealing with some shit, me. I ain't gonna lie to you. What up, Sabrina? That's somebody who's dealing with some shit. And I'm gonna be real, like that's something that we all gotta face. Like, if you know somebody who's really dealing with that shit, you can attempt to help them, and it will only really work if they're receptive to it. If they like, yeah, you know what? I do this, and I have done this, and I have been like this, and I'm interested in changing all them qualities. Yeah, change them. I'm good. How are you? What we talking about? We talking about people that we know that's not taking any accountability and doing the shadow work on the inside so that you can be a better you. And really, man, like, most attractive thing a person can have is accountability and responsibility, yo. Like, ultimately, if the person that you hanging out with don't take accountability for themselves and is not responsible for their own shit, you gotta remove them, bro. You gotta remove them because all they're gonna do is bring you down. And when it's time for life to rain on that person, it's gonna rain on you too because you're this close to them. Sometimes the shit that go down in your life is not even your karma coming back. It's the person you this close to. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my best friend is a known drug addict, killer, and instigating, fire starting nigga, and I hang with this person every day, and this person has done a lot of drive-bys to people, and karma means it's due for this nigga to get a drive-by happen to him, and I'm with him right here, do I think they're gonna shoot around me? No, they're gonna hit me too, bro. It's gonna hit me. When it's time for life to rain on this person that you're so close to, it's gonna rain on you too. Why? Because you're so close to them. When anything happens to them, they call you. Hey, this just happened to me. Hey, can you help me? My car's fucking up. Hey, can I stay at your place because I cussed out my manager at my job and fucked them and I hate this, and or hey, look, I need you to send me 10,000 or 1,000 or 500, whatever the case may be. It's like, okay, whenever it rains on your friend, is going to rain on you too because you got close to that person. And it's okay if the person you're hanging out with is cool, that's good. But if the person you're hanging out with, you know, they got bad karma in the tank, you fucking yourself up. You're fucking yourself up. You gotta leave that motherfucker where they at. Yes, you can be picking up that person's problems and bad energy. You literally left with the backlash. Absolutely. And then you're gonna be sitting there thinking that you're gonna be sitting there questioning yourself, like, what did I do to deserve this? I didn't shoot nobody. Nigga, you standing this close to somebody who did shoot somebody. Yeah, you gotta get shot. You know what I'm saying? I didn't rob nobody, but you're in a car with somebody who did rob somebody. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the one out here beefing with all these people. But you right next to the person who is. You know, I'm not the person who put out all this bad karma, but you so close to a person who is, so that karma got to rain on you too. That could be your mom, your daddy, your cousin, your uncle, your best friend, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. It could be anybody that you're close to. It's like, bro, when it's their time, it's your time too if you're that close to them. You know what I'm saying? One bad apple spoils the whole bunch. It's true. You know, and that don't mean you got to be a fucked up person, but we got to be aware, man. We got to be aware because if the people that we hanging out with is causing our lives to go down, ask yourself how long you're willing to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because a drowning person can't help another drowning person. Somebody got to swim in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because a person could be drowning and you can know how to swim, and that person can literally save themselves if they watch you. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I'm drowning, but this person's swimming. How are they doing it? Arms and legs, arms and legs, arms and bro, nigga, if you need to survive, you'll learn how to swim right then and there. Fuck the bullshit. You won't figure that shit out. It's either death or swimming. I'm gonna paddle my way out of this. I'm gonna go in that direction. You're gonna learn how to swim. It's like in swimming lessons when they teach you, throw them in the deep end. That's what they do to kids. Like, this kid don't know how to swim, but you got to learn, and you throw the kid into. My cousin did me like that at the beach. Fuck my cousin. That was terrible. That was traumatic. My cousin was very vicious. But yeah, back to the real shit. That's how people learn how to swim. You throw them into the deep end and then watch them come back to you. So it's the same thing in life. It's like, okay, cool, I gotta separate. A drowning person can help another drowning person. But if I know how to swim, I could swim and this person could watch me. And watching me swim, they might learn how to swim too, or they won't drown. And if they won't drown, they was meant to drown. Because that means every time if you're gonna drown right here, that means every time I turn around, you're gonna drown. You know what I'm saying? So it's not something that you can avoid. You gotta learn how to swim, man. You gotta learn how to tackle life. And it starts by you being able to face yourself in the mirror. And you gotta face all them demons, all that shit that's haunting you and traumatizing you and fucking you up. You gotta like elevate past that. You know what I'm saying? You got to. You got to. Yeah, the more that's stripped from you, the more you'll feel it. And you got no choice but to get back up. That's true. That's 1,000% true. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta take that shit into consideration, bro. It's like, yo, people are only gonna, and furthermore, people can only take from you what you allow them to have. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you end up in a situation where like, this shit is crazy, you gotta take that shit into consideration. You know what I'm saying? I just lined my homegirl, Queen, so she does answer this PK. We're gonna end up in a PK real quick. Cause she been telling me I gotta do more PKs. Yep. Like, it feels like a lot, but it really isn't. It's just like, you don't gotta think about walking no more. When you was a kid, you had to think about walking. You don't gotta think about walking no more. You know what I'm saying? You can just walk now. Now you can walk.
I never done this before.
Now you can do a bunch.
I wasn't live, and
Never?
so I wasn't live, right?
You never done what before?
It sent the PK to me, so I saw it and I just accepted it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm at the studio.
Okay.
I'm
It's
at
like you're
Chase.
eating them. Okay, 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 okay. You getting your vibe in. I hit the PK button and
Really?
it said you were available. That's why I hit it. I was like, okay, bet. Somebody told me I need to do more PKs. Yeah, somebody
Who
told me
told
I
you
need to do
that?
more
Me?
PKs, so
Let's
I'm
do
in here
it.
PKing it up.
All right, let's do one real quick and I'm gonna get off.
Yeah, it was you. Let's do it.
No. Wait, was
PK?
I live?
So wait, you weren't even on the live?
No.
Let me hold on. Wait, let me see what Nia. Nia says, I do not stay on lives as long, but yours hands
Oh.
down, it was needed. Thank you, Nia. I
Hi,
appreciate that.
Nia.
I be getting in my bag sometimes on here. You gotta keep tapping in. Queen, you don't be tapping into my lives. I'm telling you,
I know. I
I be
gotta
up
come
in here,
back to
man.
the
I'm
live. I'm
starting a
sorry.
cult.
For those who don't know, I brought
Starting a cult.
Hi Nia. I
You
brought
gotta
King Hoodie
come.
Raps on the app and he's been crushing it. I'm normally mic'd up and in my streaming area, but I'm not. I'm in my hubby's studio.
Queen Desi says,
Oh, I'm
glad you did.
glad he did this awesome.
Miss Claire,
Yeah, he
appreciate
is.
you, Miss Claire.
He's amazing.
Claps, claps,
That's right.
claps.
I know. I normally have my
I use
soundboard
the
and
hell out
stuff.
of
You
these
guys should
claps.
come check me out when I'm streaming. Yeah, if you click on my
Yeah,
profile picture,
definitely.
you see how my streams are usually set up. Need more. I've seen the worst on here. Right? Definitely need
Appreciate you,
more
Miss
people
Claire.
like him. I also got another person on here too. Comedian KM. You guys I gotta link you guys up. Oh shoot. I got paper towel. I got it all over me.
What is the
What?
worst, Nia? When you say you've
There's
seen
the
the
men on
worst on
here
here,
are
what's
not
the
like
worst? I'm
cool,
always interested in what's the worst people seen.
Like, well, you don't know because you're
What
a
are they
man.
like?
You don't be out here looking, but they be like on some whole other disrespectful shit. Yeah, like I'm a mother know you acting like this on this app. Harsh, right?
The men on here are horrible. How horrible? Like y'all related? Yes.
Hmm?
Queen is my biological mother.
It's not good.
Nah, Queen is like my sister. She brought me up onto the app. She's like a sister, manager,
Mercy.
liaison. She's everything. She the truth. Right. I'm supposed to be back. I be feeling bad for you, Lloyd the Libra. I be feeling bad for you, Lloyd, man, because I feel like I always hear about you having to get back to work and it don't be working out. I'm supposed to be back at work, but his broadcast is so vibey. LOL. See, that's what I'm saying, Queen. You got to come back and you got to view some of my lives. I know you be jumping in and just getting to the quick little minutes, but sometimes you got to come, you got
Not
to
you ask,
chill, because I be coming with the vibes. I'm telling you. Look at, you see
not you
Lloyd's
telling me
arrow?
to come to your live. You know what? I'm gonna come
Huh?
because you asked me to. I'm gonna come.
Come to my lives. You know what I'm saying? Come to my
Yeah, see,
lives. I'm not saying,
we listen. We the
I'm just
vibey
saying,
people.
pull up. Right. Can't type as much, but when I get unbanned, I got you. Damn, you're banned?
Yeah, I think
That's tough. That's
I don't
that's
know.
tough. What you got banned for, Nia? Why did they ban you, Nia? Yes, for a day for no reason. Damn, Nia, that's cold. That's tough. That's super tough. They tried to ban me one time too. I had on a muscle tee, and I turned to the side, and it was like, "You're banned." What the fuck? And it was like, "Yeah, you're showing
Oh
inappropriate body
yeah,
parts." I'm like, "This shit ain't inappropriate."
that one
It was in a
time.
muscle tee. No, so look, I did it once with my shirt off, but underneath a countertop, all they seen was my shoulders, so they didn't ban me. But I was in a muscle tee. So she, after the fact, explained it to me what happened. I was in my muscle scene, I just turned, and that shit said, "Bop, you're banned." And I'm like, the fuck? And then like 5 minutes later, it's like, "You're unbanned." I'm like, "Why you banning me to unban me?" And it was like, "Oh, your shirt. The computer thought you was showing, you know what I'm saying? Like I was out here giving the vibes out, but I wasn't."
Maybe no.
Set
We're
up
over
an
here
innocent chat, and they just cut me off. Damn, you must have been doing it. It was a good
we're having
chat.
studio meals. You know, studio meals are struggle meals.
Not really. They're not supposed to be.
Well, they are right now.
He said he's a struggle meal. What is that? Is that a McDonald's salad? It's like a McDonald's salad.
It's a supermarket salad.
It does. It looked like it. Oh, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much, Nia, Miss Claire Love. Appreciate y'all. This is one of my few crowns that I've actually got being on this platform.
Right.
But I tell you,
I put got a crown. I mean, I don't mind crying because I wasn't lying. I got a request.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that it works like that. I thought it only did it to you because you was on.
No, I wasn't on. We're
I like how you keep asking for the witness as if we don't believe you. I wasn't on, babe, right? Babe, I wasn't even on, right? I wasn't even in it. I wasn't on. He's like, yo, yeah, I believe he wasn't on. It
I
was a
wasn't.
good night chat. It was a good chat with light frequency music. I don't know. I don't know, Nia. Maybe he was doing some of that. I don't know. Why would they have banned you for that? But to be honest, they banned me in a muscle tee, so I believe that they probably on some bullshit. So I agree with you. I know it. Queen's like, I wasn't even on. I wasn't even on the chat. And she says she eating a struggle salad right now. Sweet Jesus. What kind of salad? What kind of salad is that? Caesar? Is a Caesar salad just lettuce?
No, it's got cheese.
Chicken?
Yeah, he doesn't like how the chicken looks. But
Mmm. Mmm.
I tried.
Mmm. Where's y'all studio at, man? Next time I'm in LA, I want to pull up.
It's in Hollywood.
Yes, I want to come to this Hollywood studio.
Oh, you want to see it? Hold on. Maybe I'll be right back. I'm gonna show you his room that he works out of.
I like the elevation of story time because first story time started at story time, and now story time is every time.
Yeah. Okay. This is our studio
I love it.
space that he works out of. He has another room that he's fixing up right now, so I'm not gonna show you guys that. But this
Queen,
is.
what do you do? Nia's asking.
Oh, I have a brand management company. Um, I also day trade. I also I work with my boo, and I work with all his and stuff. These are some of his plaques.
Nice.
Yeah, he didn't put everything up because he wants to put some in the house, so we only put these
Mhm.
ones in here.
Yo,
Um,
them shits are pricey too. And them shits like $600, $1,000 a
not the
piece.
pillows crying.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he got this stuff for me from Coachella. Diddy had like some sponsors, so he was at Diddy's house yesterday. So he got stuff. This is Empire. He had to deal with them. This is one of his boards, beat boards. Yeah, it's kind of dark in here. I can't really show you guys what the
It's very dark.
um. And then he plays the piano. Remember I was telling you he played the piano?
Yeah, that's a bunch of pianos up in here.
Yeah, there's a few of his keys. And then, but we got some
That's what's
pops.
up.
Yeah.
Nia, that's dope. Queen Desi, that's what's up. Yeah. Queen over
Thank
there
you
doing
guys.
it.
Yeah, and then he does. This is his mic. Apparently, this is
Yo,
like a really.
are the screens touchscreen? I feel like those are.
Yeah, they are. They're
Yeah,
touching.
man. That's
Hmm
that new shit.
He
I love
got
it.
he just got a new trash can computer. It's like right there. Oh, sorry guys.
You said a trash can or a task cam?
No, trash can. That's what they call them, but it's by Apple. So
They call it.
yeah, trash can. Like it looks like a trash can. Look.
Really? That's interesting.
I thought that was true.
Wow.
Um, yeah. So I had to get down on the ground. Okay. So yeah, this is the space. When I remember when I first came in here, it was just literally a shell. And then now he's expanding. So yeah, some parts of the ceiling is missing because when he played the 808, it vibrates. So he got rid of them. He's gonna replace those. He's supposed to replace it with foam, but he don't want to. He thinks it's gonna look tacky.
You might as
But
well take that drop ceiling shit down as a whole. Take the whole ceiling off and let it be the top.
that's what I'm saying because the inside is so nice and it's like this. It's like loft ceilings, so it's really
Yeah, yeah,
nice.
yeah. You can take that whole shit out. Nice.
Hmm.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to take up too much of your time. You wasn't even on live, so I apologize for ruining your
No, but
Caesar
I'll
salad.
pick up for you, my brother. So I got to pick up for you.
I
But
appreciate it. I didn't know that it would do that though. It presented it to me as if you was live and ready to go. So my bad.
right, it did. But yeah, yeah. So for those who don't know, I trade. I do investments. I also I do and an active Discord. I also have a beauty company that I'm expanding. I'm looking to relaunch it on my birthday this year. It's still up and running, but I got to relaunch. I'm adding more products. I'm going to do some retail, not just have items that like are made by me, but also made by other people. So I want to kind of be like a mini Walmart for other beauty companies. So I'm working on that, and then
Love that.
yeah. Mhm.
I love that, Queen. Claps for you. They done
Yeah.
empowered us.
So you
They done
guys, I don't know how
empowered
long
us.
you're gonna be online, but when I get back in my space, I can definitely line you if you're gonna be on later. If not, we can
Okay.
do it tomorrow. And I'll come to you. I'll come to your stream as Palace.
Come
My other
through.
phone is in
Come
the.
through.
Yeah, I'm gonna come in as the Palace and come get you.
Yeah, well,
Ooh,
pull up. Pull
that's
up. I'm gonna
good.
keep going. I'm gonna keep doing these PKs, man, because I have to do more
Oh yeah,
PKs.
I'm gonna look at my other phone right now.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm
Well,
gonna come in there as the
actually,
Palace.
okay, cool.
Hey,
I'm
Queen
gonna probably jump
Desi.
off in a few, but I'm gonna jump back on. You know, if Chi Chi's on, I'll jump out of Chi Chi's live right now.
Oh, okay. Are you getting off live right now?
Maybe in a few, but if when I get the notification that you back on, I'll pop back on.
Yeah, but I was gonna come in your room as my other page. Mhm.
Okay, we'll pull up.
Okay. All right, everyone. Bye.
Peace, Queen. Thank you. Y'all make some noise for Queen. Thank you, Queen.
Yeah. Of course.
Peace. How do I do
Peace.
this? I don't know how to release it.
The line at the bottom.
How do I do that? Oh, okay. So now I see the button. Peace. Cool. A beauty too. No, Queen is the best. Queen, look at me. Hey man, I appreciate y'all. We popped up in there. This King, dun, 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 dun. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, Queen told me I need to do more PKs. She was like, "Yo, bro, you're not social enough on here. You just be jumping into your lives and minding your business." I'm like, "Cause that's what you instructed me to do." But she was also like, "You know what? You need to do some more PKs." I'm like, "All right." She was like, "Yo, do more PKs. Go head to head with people and win some PKs, my nigga. Like that's what the game is all about." I'm like, "All right, well." Because I've definitely got my ass kicked on some of these PKs. The first day I was up in here, they was doing PKs, and I was just losing back to back to back to back to back. I'm like, damn. She definitely let me know. She's like, look, man, stop being shy. Jump up in. The first thing that they had me do when I jumped on live for the first time was they had me matching with people. So I was just, there was a match. It was Chi Chi, it was Queen's sister. She was like, yo, match. So I hit the match, and I'm coming across random niggas just jumping across the screen. I'm like, this shit is invasive. Oh, yeah. Gotta have your gifted and family come through. I definitely do. What up, Queen? Look, so that's Queen's other page, The Palace, and that's like another brand of her brand. She got many brands. But she's the truth. So she just jumped off. She jumped off her other page that we just went live on. Now she jumped on this page. So we up in here, live in effect. You know what I'm saying? And when she goes live later, we're going to jump back in her live and do the same thing. Hey, Queen. Yeah, y'all make sure to follow her, man, because she's dope. She talks about trading. She talks about everything. She talks about cryptocurrency. I was in your live earlier, Queen. I don't know who you was talking to, but you was talking about how you made like $12,000, $50 Dogecoin. Appreciate you, Queen. Clap. Clap. Claps for Queen. More claps. Thank you, Queen. Yeah. Queen was talking about how she, what is it? 12,000 on a $50 Dogecoin? Yeah, Dogecoin. I was like, the fuck? I don't know anybody who made that much on Dogecoin just then, but you did. So I was like, that's what's up. So anybody who want to get into trading, we want to get into any fly money making situation scenario, you got to follow Queen. Queen got a Discord and she be dropping all the games, she dropping all the tea, and she dropping all the advice. You know what I'm saying? I'll follow back from my other page. You got to follow her. Got to follow her. You got to tap in with her. You got to make it work. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all the truth. Queen, I probably should have PK'd you earlier. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to jump off in a few minutes. Actually, I'm probably going to jump off now. But I'm going to jump back on when you go live, Queen, so we can make this a family affair. You know, I don't want to get in between you and your Caesar salad. You know what I'm saying? Caesar salad had your name on it. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate you. Make sure to follow Queen. Queen is the truth. Y'all make sure to follow me if you're not following me. And you ain't following me. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. Live. I'm going to jump off now, and I'm going to jump back on when Queen jump back on her live from her other page. But y'all make sure to follow her. Follow her every single way. Good talking to you and nice meeting you too, Queen. Definitely will come through one of your lives. You got to. Queen is the truth. Queen got me onto the platform. She hit me and she was like, yo, look, you need to get on Bigo. And I'm like, all right, I believe you. I straight believed her. Because Queen is one of the people that when she say something is legit, listen to it. You know what I'm saying? I listen to her the same way I listen to my financial advisor who told me what stocks to get into. Same way I listen to my sister who convinced me to write my book that ended up being my ebook that became a book. Some people you just listen to because you know they know how to make good decisions. So Queen is one of the people I listen to. You know what I'm saying? You earn my trust, so I listen to you. But yeah, man. Yeah, definitely follow me. Queen Desi, I appreciate you. Thank you for tapping in. And yeah, we about to jump off of this live right now. El Toros, what up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, we about to jump off right now. But this is a bomb ass talk. So yeah, if y'all not following me on YouTube, follow me on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? El Toros. Appreciate you, El. Thank you for that. I appreciate the love. It's crazy because every appreciate you, El. Gotta sound it off. Thank you, El, and I'm gonna follow you back. I don't know if I've seen you on my live before, but I'll definitely build a relationship with you. Appreciate you, El. But yeah, my name is King Hoodie. Follow me on YouTube. All this content is going up on YouTube too. So if y'all seen anything or heard anything on this live that you like, make sure to tap into the YouTube because all of this is going to get reposted onto the YouTube, which Bigo should actually incorporate that feature and make it so like Instagram, after you go live, boom, the shit on your page so people can enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? But worst case scenario, that's just what it is. I appreciate you, L. Thank you for that. Thank you for that love. Straight up. That wasn't the sound effect. It was this one. That was the one. That was the sound effect that we all wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you, L. But yeah. So I'm jumping off the live right now. Y'all make sure to tap in with me every time I go live. 6:30, I'll be going live Monday through Friday. Queen's about to go live in a few, so we all gonna jump into Queen's live and make sure to make it rain for up in there. But other than that, you can catch me again tomorrow at 6:30, and I'm probably gonna start going live earlier in the day, probably like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But until then, peace out. My name's King Hoodie. Follow me on YouTube. That's the best place. And follow me on Instagram at the same thing, King Hoodie Raps. And follow me if you want to like stay up on some real content. Like we do real shit over here. We have real conversations. And the goal of this is just to build community with people who are like-minded so that we can make this shit stretch. Like there's a science to this shit. There's a science to changing the world. We can do that shit. Apple changed the world. Amazon changed the world. Elon Musk changing the world. These niggas ain't special. We can do that shit. All it takes is you and me. So let's get to it. You know what I'm saying?